A young woman on the ground being punched over and over and over repeatedly by an older man while you, yes, you, walk idly by and pay no attention. Does this sound like something that you would never do? Well, maybe listen to what I have to say right now and question whether or not you are doing this at this very second. Because when trans people tell you that we believe that you are willing to let us get eradicated in order to achieve the future that you believe America deserves, we aren't saying that you are going to forget that we exist, that we're going to disappear and you're going to be like, bye forever. What we're saying is, we're that girl. You won't admit it, but you gaslight, you gatekeep, you contain our community because we are the ones struggling the most. And if you were to truly accept how your actions have destroyed our community, even if it is for the better, it would break you. So you just ignore us and gaslight us and gatekeep us and attack us. The whole political sphere is on our ass, from Democrats to Republicans to conservatives to, yes, leftists. You don't like to know the damage you're causing along the way to freedom. So when we say, hey, we get why you didn't vote for Kamala, but you got to understand that not voting, half the country not voting led towards Trump getting back into office and led to the actual dismantling of my entire community. And I get that you want this better future, but when I even remotely bring this concept up, you call me pro-genocide. You attack me as a person because you don't want to admit that while what we're doing might be for the greater good, in doing so, you are destroying a community that you say you love. Now, I don't have the right answers on how all of this should have happened, how 2024 should have happened, or the fact that we've seen over 400,000 displaced trans people in the 5 to 6 years that Trump has been in office. But what I can tell you is we are watching you. Yes, you leftists, watch us get punched into the fucking dirt so that way you can go protest and get the future that we need. We are the punching bags for the future of humanity, just like we've always been. You love us. You care about us. You accept us. But you're willing to put those blinders up and let us take the beating and then apologize for it after. And that's the goal, isn't it? For the Republicans, at least. I'm not talking about MAGA, but the Republicans specifically run on eradicating my community. And while we're also focused on, the actual dismantling of the entire government, trans people are just being assaulted left and fucking right by Republicans. You know who's not talking about it anymore? The people who used to. And I get it. You have a lot on your plate. There's a lot going on. But this is exactly what the Republicans wanted. The only platform they have left is being anti-immigration and anti-trans. And the media is suppressing trans people. Republicans are suppressing trans people. And now leftists are suppressing trans people. Oh, I'm a trans leftist, Kenzie. Yeah, I'm sure you fucking are. Does that negate from any of the points that I just made? No. And I can't wait for people in the comments to bring up Palestine and genocide and all of these things which are horrific, but as a gaslight to talking about the fact that we're being eradicated because you don't want to fucking talk about it.
The point is, when people didn't vote in the last presidential election, we ended up in this situation because of it. And I know that a lot of you who didn't vote have trans friends and family. And I just want to know how you look them in the eye and actually tell them, yeah, we threw you under the bus. Look, I didn't want the genocide to happen in Palestine. I thought it was fucking horrible. But I also knew what this country was in for, and it wasn't going to be good. And it isn't. It isn't good. Okay? Now I've got to warn people when ICE Nazis are nearby. I never wanted to do that. I don't think that would have happened under Kamala. And I honestly believe there would have been a ceasefire. I honestly believe if she was in office, things would have been figured out. But we really need to drop Israel. Not because of Judaism. Judaism has nothing to do with this. Zionism isn't Judaism. Zionism is nationalism. And when you guys didn't vote, it caused a lot of shit. For the trans community especially, and for immigrants, and for black and brown people. But the trans community, especially black and brown people who are in the trans community, they all getting their asses whooped right now. They're getting their care taken from them, their driver's licenses taken from them. You think they're going to return those driver's licenses in Kansas, especially in time for voting? No. No, this is about this is about getting them not to vote, preventing them. We're not stupid, guys. But the fact that you didn't vote, specifically the leftists, by the way, who didn't vote because of the fact that they of the genocide that was happening and is still happening, by the way, in Palestine, how are you going to deal with the genocide in of the trans community here? Because that's what's happening in America right now.